What's up, gang? It's Willie Rebuild back with another one, baby. Yes, sir. Still on the old Monte Carlo. Customer did come through, gang. I gotta go ahead and say he did come through. Came through with about 90% of everything I need. Got the radiator, got the condenser in there. Got the headers in there. As you can see, he dropped the headers off. Went and got the headers ceramic coated. They look beautiful. Brought his gaskets. I done installed the header and gasket, spark plugs, wires. Got the bass tuned in the computer. Came through with his injectors. Running a 42-pound injector in there. He got his injectors. What else? What else, gang? Oh, got his AC compressor. He brought his hoses. He brought mostly everything I need. But the only thing I gotta do now is I might fire it up today. I might fire it up today for y'all. Put some fire in the hole. I need to flush the fuel lines out. And oh yeah, he brought his all pressure sensor. As you can see, right there in the back, he brought his all pressure sensor, brought his temp sensor. That's just a stock all sending unit for 87 Monte Carlo. I had to put a 45 elbow on the back of it so I can run the low profile intake on it. It's not enough room with the low profile intake, so I put the 45-degree elbow to aim the sensor to the back of the firewall. But other than that, I just gotta go and grab a power steering pump. He brought the fans, but I'm guessing it was a shady seller on eBay. He had in the descriptions that the fans were for one thing, but they wasn't the fans that I run. It might have been a fan off a vet or something like that, because it don't even snap into the radiator. But I got my trans lines hooked up. I got everything basically hooked up to put some fire in the hole on this thing. And in case y'all wondering, you know, well, Willie Rebuild, you've been working on that car a long time. It don't take me that long to do a swap. I mean, usually I do a swap in maybe about a month. I'm not working on the same car every day. I'm working on multiple cars in 2 different locations. And it's just been a lot of BS going on. Not with this guy, as I told y'all, and I told him, I said, I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up for you, baby. You done came through in the clutch with most of your parts. You know, I had to set a little fire up under him in that video, but once the word got back to him, his brother went and told him, hey man, Willie Rebuild talking about you. He called me up the next day, come on Willie Rebuild, let's go to Summit Racing. You know, so we went and got all the parts that we need to get this thing going. Now the only thing I need to do is, to start it, I need to go get my my brake booster, the vacuum line that go from the back of the intake to the brake booster. Now I got a piece of line, it's too small, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the junkyard. That's right, you don't have to buy everything new. You can go to the junkyard and get some parts that's, you know, it don't really make a difference. It don't have to be new. Like this piece of cable right here. This piece of battery cable. I took that off a Blazer, and all that's doing is going right here to the back of my alternator and over there to the battery to keep the alternator charged. That piece of line is about 6 feet long that I got out the junkyard for $2. If you go to the parts store and buy that line new, you might pay $50, $60 for that little 6 feet of line. So you don't have to buy everything out the store. You just get your main components that you need. Ain't nothing gonna hurt with using a battery cable or a piece of fucking vacuum line or something like that. Now, I'm gonna bring y'all and show y'all another situation I had going on in the midst of me doing all what I've been doing with the car. And y'all will get an idea of the type of situations that Willie Rebuild be having going on. And then I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go run to the junkyard and get that cable so we can fire it up. Not that cable, a vacuum line. Y'all give me a second, gang. Now y'all remember in the video, I might have glanced the camera over there at the Infiniti. Willie Rebuild then went ahead and put the motor in it. As you can see, I ain't put the engine cover back and I ain't put this little cover here back, but I'm gonna go and get the key and I'm gonna show y'all that I got it running like a champion. And then I'm gonna tell y'all the bullshit that happened while I was fixing the gang. Sorry for the wind noise. It's kind of windy out here. But let me grab this key and fire it up. And then I'll tell y'all what's going on with that and why it's still here. Because there's always a bunch of bullshit when you're dealing with cars. And that's why I tell y'all, it ain't always the shop. Sometimes it's the fucking customers. Most of the time it's the customer. It's not the shop. And I'm gonna let y'all see why I say this. And I don't want y'all to see the license plate, because some of y'all like to run license plates and all that goofy ass shit. This the engine I took out of the gang. Engine was bad. Yeah, gang, we back. Like I see, that engine that was bad, I went ahead and changed the motor in it. As you can see, it's running like a champ. Old Willie Rebuild done knocked it out. But guess what, gang? I done went ahead and knocked it on out. As you can see, no engine lights and none of that shit on. That's right. Old Willie Rebuild don't just do swaps, baby. Now, let me tell y'all what's going on with this deal here. Let me tell y'all what's going on with this deal. We gonna do a little talking. We gonna do a little talking before we go back to work. That's right. This deal right here, truck came to me. Truck was on the truck got dropped off on a flatbed. It didn't run. It spun over, but it wouldn't start. So when it came here, it wasn't running. So I checked it out, tried to spin it over. I can hear the engine didn't have compression in it. I didn't need to test it. Sometimes you can just hear the way the engine's spinning over that it don't have compression. So I changed the engine in it. Called the customer. Also, she had a bad transmission seal and a broken coolant line. So I went to the dealer. I brought those parts and I installed everything on the vehicle. I called her like the day before and told her tomorrow, you know, your car gonna be ready. But I say part of the reason why your engine blowed is because the transmission in here is slipping like bad. Like if you doing like 40 miles an hour, the car at like 3,000 RPMs, you can feel it slipping once the trans heat up. So she was like, can I change it? I was like, yeah, I can change it, but I'm busy. I don't want to mess with it, blah, 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 because she never paid me for putting the engine in yet. So, you know, I don't want to work on, matter of fact, this is a piece of the coolant line right here. This was a dealer only part. This one, they got another piece that go on the line. You can see where it broke at right there. That one line was like 140 bucks at the dealer. So back to the story, I tell her, you know, I don't want to work on it, you know, because she telling me I gotta wait 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever till she get her taxes to pay me for changing the engine. Meanwhile, I gotta hold on to this fucking car and take up my space. See what I'm saying? So I told her, okay, I agreed to that, but then she called me back the next day and she go to telling me, gang, that, you know what? I think I'm gonna just let the truck go back because she paying a note on it. So I said, well, what about my money? Oh, I'm gonna give you the money. I'm gonna give you the money when I get my taxes. So will it rebuild too old of a cat to get fooled by a kitten? Soon as I hang the phone up with her, I call the finance company. I say, hey, I got a vehicle I was doing some work on. I think y'all might be looking for it. So they asked me, what's the customer name, blah, 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 blah. I told them the customer name. So the finance company said, yeah, you know, do you have a vehicle in your possession? I said, yeah. Do you have keys to the vehicle? I said, yeah. I said, but check this out. I said, as of today, y'all got a balance with Willie Rebuild for $4,050. So the lady asked me, well, what does that consist of? I said, well, $1,500 for the engine, $2,000 labor, and y'all got a $550 storage. My storage is $50 a day. Oh, we gonna get back, you know. So long story short, gang, I had to fucking negotiate a deal with the finance company to get my fucking money. So who's the bad guy in this situation? Is it the shop or is it the fucking customer? Because usually it's the customer, and that's what I try to tell y'all. So y'all let me know in the comments how y'all would have handled this situation. But back to the Monte Carlo. I'm getting ready to run to the yard right quick and stop and get some gas. Stop and get some gas. And what else I want to do? Well, I need to paint those gas tank straps, but I ain't gonna paint them right now. I'm gonna wait till I put the vent valve. I'm gonna take that tank all the way down, take the straps off and paint it. So what we gonna do is, I'm gonna go get this vacuum line so I can put some fire in the hole for y'all today, gang. It's Willie Rebuild, baby. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. We knocking them out left and right, baby. And guess what? Got an old LT swap. That's right. Willie Rebuild about to up the ante. Yeah, I'm about to up the game, baby. About to do the LT swap. That's right. Stay tuned. I ain't gonna tell y'all what it's going in, but let me go run to the yard and get this vacuum line, and then I'm gonna cut y'all back on, gang. Might cut y'all on in the yard for a little bit. All right, over and out, baby. All right, gang, we back, baby. Went on to that yard. I done been doing a lot since earlier today. As y'all can see, it's dark outside, baby. But I went ahead and got our little brake booster hose from the yard. Went ahead and popped the O2 sense in. Mounted the intake back on because the intake was loose. What else I done did? I done did a lot of stuff since I left. I just came back and got on it, gang. But you know, y'all see what time of day it is. I got the mad self flow in there. So y'all already know what we got, baby. Fire in the hole. That's right. Fire in the hole. I'm gonna go ahead on and give y'all a startup on the old Monte. Rumble, young man, rumble. Y'all hear it, baby? Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that thing in there? Yes, sir. Y'all see? Y'all hear it and see it. You know, we went ahead on. That ain't actually the first thought. The customer, he came over and dropped off some more parts to me, so that's why I didn't really do a lot of recording. I had a lot of people in the shop hanging around, so I ain't really want to do no recording while I was hooking everything up and getting it ready to fire up, because I had a few things that were still loose, but I went ahead and for the most part put everything together and tried to get everything tied away to make that first start on it while the customer was here. He had his phone out and camera rolling, baby. You know, she had a few little hiccups when I first crunk it up. I don't know if it, cause we ain't have enough fuel in it, cause I looked in the tank and boy, that baffle in that tank, that sucker looked like a frying pan. You could fry fish in that big ass baffle. So it actually needed a lot of gas. I checked the float too, because it wasn't moving. We probably got about maybe like 2 gallons of gas in it. I took the tank down to check the float and I moved it with my hand. It was moving. So what I do is I put probably about 3 more gallons of fuel in it and see if it moved, because when I was moving it with my hand, the needle, it was moving. So hopefully it's working the way it's supposed to be working, and it just don't have enough gas in it to actually get the float up and going. But if not, I'll pull it back out of there and put another sending unit in. So for this here, all I got left is the power steering lines, mostly everything wired in other than the fans, and I'm just waiting on the fans, because like I said, we had the wrong fans, so that's the 2 wires for the fans right there. But other than that, just the power steering pump and the belt and the drive shaft and the shroud. Yeah, I just got that there temporary, gang. Don't mind the zip tie. I ain't gonna send him out to do with the zip ties. I see a lot of swaps like that with the zip ties holding the radiator. I got the little fan shroud, the little cover on the way. I got everything I need basically to finish this off. The only thing I gotta get is the AC lines, and then this will be done. I'll pull a vacuum on it and charge the AC up. But this what you're looking like, gang, under the hood when you come to old Willie rebuild, baby. That's right. And a new bill on the way. Like I told y'all, we gonna go ahead and cross over LT, baby. LT swaps, LT and LS swaps. That's right. We ain't gonna just stuck with this LS stuff. This getting old. We gonna cross over into some other stuff, gang. It's Willie Rebuild. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share the videos. I can't wait to get it out there on the private road. When y'all see me out there burning rubber and shit, this is private property. It might look like I'm on the road, but this is private property back here. Area 51, baby. So I can't wait to get it out there and get on it. I told him, I said, boy, that thing there, she rapping when you hit that gas, you barely touch it. She got some bite in it. I said, I don't think you're gonna be able to handle this year. You gotta be careful what you ask for now, cause it's gonna have some bite, baby. It's Willie Rebuild, man. Over and out. Y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all thinking, baby. Over and out.